YouTube fans. It is Tuesday, August 1st, 2023. Time is almost right at 10. We're rowing on the on Lake Berryessa, having launched at Markley Cove, and we've come 1.5 miles out onto the Putah Creek Arm, and we're just turning east down to the dam, which you can see behind me. I thought I was going to get to rescue a float, but then I saw it was attached. Am I clear of your line?
Yeah, it would have been nice if you were just a little farther out, but I guess you were going to go rescue something. So.
Well, I thought I was. The best stuff is always taken.
Yeah, but if you don't look, you never find, right?
Boy, that's the truth. And I've rescued a half a dock out here one day and towed it back in. Well, we are out here on the Putah Creek Arm, and the wind has pretty much gone flat. Water's glassy. It might have been the wind we were experiencing was just that canyon effect. .3. Now it's dying off. Very interesting. A lot of flecks of foam out here. I wonder if that meant that maybe overnight there was a bit of wind out here stirring up the water. Because of the glare, I can't see how far off to the west it goes. It's nice to see the grasses come back. Hills are all yellow now because that's the typical situation after the spring rains. Everything goes from green to brown. But a couple of years ago when I was up here, there wasn't any grass on that hillside. It was just charred earth. So it's nice to see that it's got some cover on it again. Help with the erosion control. Ahead of us you can see the upstream face of Monticello Dam. Here's some more fishermen over my left shoulder. Oh, there's a bass boat there. Well, we're maintaining pretty much 3 miles an hour here. Just easing along. That's what flat water and no wind will do for you. With this cloud cover we have, it's a bit cooler, but it's very humid. This point heading to starboard, right around the quarter, once we clear that point, you'll be able to see the Glory Hole spillway. I'm trying to remember the spillway elevation. I think is 540 feet above mean sea level. And as I recall, when I was monitoring the lake waters of a bunch of the lakes I like to row on back in the spring, it never did get high enough to overflow. And since that high water, looking at the water line on the rocks there, it's probably down about 3.5 feet, maybe almost 4 feet from its highest elevation this year. Now, the Glory Hole is still hidden from view here. We ought to be able to see it any minute. Head out away from shore a bit. You can see around the the corner there at the buoy line. Well, the wind's still very light, but now it's gone around and it's coming out of the forecast southwest. Those clouds must only be at about 25,000 feet because I can't see the plane. Actually, a couple of planes. Now we're inside the keep out buoys. So, there we go. You just see the corner of the glory hole spillway, and it looks like maybe the water got within about 6 feet of the top. I'm going to guess something like that, 6-8 feet. That glory hole drops vertically for, I think, 240 feet, something like that, before it makes a 90-degree bend and comes out down below the dam. Last time I was up here, the base of that was high and dry, so I would imagine the lake was at least 10 or 15 feet lower than it is now. Just guessing. Anyway, there's Monticello Dam. And right now the wind is coming out of the west and building slightly.
Surveyor or something?
I'm just got wood in the water rowing.
Oh. I thought you were like a scientist or something picking stuff out.
Well, I prefer to look like that than look like a fisherman. So buzzards up there at the top of the rocks. Any luck yet?
No. We got one bite way earlier.
Well, at least you're not home mowing the lawn.
Right?
Thank you. Some cats swing, others don't. Don't you be the kind that won't. Well, let's just check the wind here, see what it's doing. Eight 1, 8-5. So it looks like it's 5 to 11 was probably a reasonable forecast. To start with, I think we'll just follow the little shore of the creek here and just see how it goes. We get up the corner where it, you can't even see it from here. It's about another mile, maybe a mile and a half. Then we'll make a decision on what we're going to do next. Well, with this wind at our back, we're doing under 2.5 miles an hour, more like about 2.1, 2.2, something like that. Our average, since we turned on the GPS about 1.8 miles ago, was 2.5 miles an hour. So 2.5, 2.7 is a pretty decent average for a whole day. Don't know if you can notice the rocks in this ridge of mountains right here. They're tilted way up, and all the rocks along this whole range, which is the sort of the eastern face of the Coast Range. Ooh, just noticed I'm almost ready to run into the shore here. I thought I was further away from that point, but I wasn't paying any attention. That would have been a surprise. Clunk. We just noticed over there behind us in the cove, right up against the beach, is what looks like a maybe a huge foam float. Looks like it might be 8 feet long, a couple of feet wide, maybe 1.5 feet thick. Looks like foam, either that or concrete, but I think it's foam. I've salvaged a whole bunch of odds and ends of stuff off the shores of this lake. About a 2 foot by 4 foot by 1.5 foot black polyurethane, high density polyurethane. Polyethylene, yeah, I guess it was high density polyethylene dock float. And I had seen another one, and I came back a couple of weeks later and went to find the second one, but I never did find it. It was gone already. One day on one of my longer rows, was out on my way out to the main body of the lake, and I saw one of those great big inflatable brightly colored towing rafts that you see people riding on behind motorboats. And it was quite a ways up on the shore, maybe 20 feet above the lake. But the shoreline there didn't look too rocky and shoaled enough, it looked like I could put ashore. And I thought on my way back I'll stop and go up there and drag that down to the water and tow it back. When I was gone maybe an hour, came back and it was gone already. So I'm not the only one that scavenges along the lake shore. I've gotten probably at least a half dozen boat tenders that I picked up along the beach here. All right, well, it's been about 22 minutes or so on the 360 camera, so it's going to be getting ready to recycle itself. So I'll wish you all a good rest of the day, and I'm going to turn the camera off until we find something interesting to look at. So until then, we'll catch you all later.